my home. My name is Susy V and I'm the head chef here at Gran Luchito. I'm really excited to begin with this series of cooking shows where I want to show you how easy it is to make Mexican food at home with the help of Gran Luchito. Now, with that said, let's get cooking. Hey there, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm really happy to be here again to cook a new recipe, and today we're going to be making picadillo. Picadillo is another very hearty, classic Mexican recipe that is the secret weapon for any Mexican mom. I think what makes it perfect is that it basically consists on fried minced beef, and then you add any vegetables you got at home. So it's very useful for especially these times. And for this recipe, we're going to be using 500 grams of minced beef. And here I got a selection of vegetables, which is what I had at home, but you can just juice up whatever you have. I got an onion and garlic here. I got some red pepper, carrots. I'm gonna use some butternut squash. I got some potatoes, and then we're gonna season this up with some of the fajita mix, the garlic and guajillo one, because I'm making this one for my family, so I don't want it to be too spicy, but I want it to have a lot of flavor, which is perfect for. Now, if you want it a little bit more spicy, I recommend to use the smoky chipotle, and that will be great for it. We're also gonna add some orange juice, about half a cup is good, chicken stock, and a bit of coriander. And then we're gonna serve up our picadillo with some refried beans from Luchito and some lovely warm tortillas on the side, and perhaps a little bit of avocado. Okay. So we're gonna move on to do our picadillo, and for that, let's put this up. It should heat up pretty quick. We're gonna add a drizzle of oil into our pan. And the first thing we're gonna cook is our veggies. So we're first gonna start with the onion and garlic. We're just gonna sweat it out slowly. And I like to cook the onion and garlic together because in that way it avoids the garlic from burning. Now we're gonna add all of our hard veggies. So in goes potatoes. We're gonna add the butternut squash. And carrots. All of that at once. I just think this is perfect because you make use of everything that you have at home, and there's no need to go into the shop again and again, especially now when we perhaps want to avoid going into the shop too many times. You can season here with a little bit of salt and freshly ground black pepper. Pinch of salt. Let's give it another stir. Whoops! Had a little flying carrot over there. Now in goes the pepper, red pepper. I love the sweetness that the red pepper has and brings a lot of color as well to your picadillo. Let's move that to the side. So I think this is ready to go in here because we're gonna cook our meat separately as we want the meat to get a bit of color. So for that, we're gonna place all of our veggies in here. This is a heavy pan, so you're doing a bit of exercise at the same time. Good. That's good. Right, so we got all of that in there. Perhaps I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more oil into the pan. And now I'm ready to add my meat in there. So you just wanna break your meat with a wooden spoon. Right, so while this is cooking away, this is when we're gonna add our seasoning in there. And I'm gonna use the garlic and guajillo mix. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of this because I want it to be not too spicy, as it will be for my kids as well. I'm gonna add another pinch of salt, more black pepper, and now I'm gonna add the orange juice and a little splash of apple cider vinegar. I just like to have a tiny bit of acidity into there. Just a little splash. About a tablespoon or two is perfect. And I love what the orange juice does as well, because it reduces while it's cooking, so it creates kind of like a glaze in your picadillo. That's smelling pretty good already. Yeah, so now we're gonna continue to put our veggie back into the pan. All those lovely colorful veggies. But honestly, making Mexican food at home is easier than many people think. And I love that during these programs, we're going to be able to show many more recipes that are not as known. So we're going to have fun, I promise. Right, so you see all of your ingredients are combined in there. Now I'm going to add my chicken stock. About a cup is enough. There you go. And I'm gonna place a lid on top and just let it cook. So you're basically gonna cook it until your hard veggies are cooked through. And in the meantime, what we're gonna do is prepare our beans in the back, because I want to serve it with some refried beans. They're delicious. And now here, all I do is pop this. I find that a tiny little splash when it's cooking, it just gives it the perfect consistency that I like when I'm serving my beans with the picadillo. So let's put that over there. So let's just leave that there. Now our picadillo's been simmering away, and I think it's now ready. Now I'm just gonna taste it. Look at all that lovely steam. And just make sure all the seasoning is right. Something you should always do is to taste your food. It's like the rule number one of any cook, any good cook. Let's taste those juices. It's perfect. Let's check our beans in the back. When I'm serving, you see how lovely it is. So let's move this to this side. And now I'm gonna pop this in here because it's ready. I'm gonna bring another pan in here because I want to warm up a nice tortilla to serve it with. Check my beans in the back, they're ready. These are ready to go. So I'm gonna warm up a soft taco from Luchito, which my kids love. Get my plate ready to serve. Don't forget coriander. I'm just gonna add a little bit on the top because it's always nice to add something fresh to garnish. It just adds that last perfect touch of flavor and color. Look how delicious that look. Now let's serve up. Do you see how they are nice and runny? But not too runny, just the perfect consistency to serve into your bowl. So we serve some of those lovely beans in here. And luchitos are already done. All the work in there for you. Now we're gonna serve some of that lovely picadillo. Just looks so pretty. Delicious. Always good to add some of the pine juices in there as well. I think we need a little bit of avocado as well in there. And just quickly add some slices with a spoon. That tortilla I think is nearly ready. I like to add just a tiny little drizzle of oil on top of my picadillo to finish it up. And a nice warm tortilla on the side. And there you go, nice homemade Mexican picadillo. If you like this recipe, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and just stay tuned for more recipes. Thank you so much for joining today's episode.